Alright, Unit 4, Section 6, Other Types of Prints. Alright, as a quick review, there are three general types of prints: plastic, visible, and latent. Remembering that plastic is like molded in a wax or gum. Visible is going to be a direct transfer of some kind of visible substance. It can also be actually a print left in another substance. So it's possible to have like a thin layer of grease or something. The hand goes on it and actually removes the grease, leaving back a reverse image, so to speak, of the print. And then latent, which is the invisible deposits of oil. There are a lot of other types of prints that we can have. Ears. These have actually been used in crime scenes before. Criminal presses his ear up against a window to hear if something's happening on the inside. Voice, a lot of voice analysis happens. We saw that in one of the CSI episodes where a voicemail message was left, and then they were able to actually break it down and actually get to the original voice despite the manipulation. Footprints, you have ridge patterns on your feet just like you do on your hands, and then shoe prints. Either way, a shoe print is going to leave a print that we can identify as well. Your palm is more than just for reading fortunes. The ridge patterns and also the fold patterns are going to be indicative of your hand. Those are going to be unique to you. Footprints, they take footprints at birth, and that's really looking at these fold patterns. These are typically going to remain relatively unchanged for the first stages of life. Sometimes ridge patterns are evident, but not usually, because they tend to over-ink infant prints. But into adulthood, you can still leave an oil latent print behind if you're walking around barefoot somewhere. Lip prints, you might be able to find Angelina Jolie's lips here among these four, but your lips actually have defining fold patterns as well. One of the four types here are the four classifications of lip prints. Usually the older you get, the more defined these are going to get as you lose some of the elasticity of your skin. And teeth marks, actually Bundy was convicted. A large piece of evidence they used was actually his bite marks present in on the buttocks of one of his victims. You'll actually find a lot of investigators carrying around pieces of gum, like a pack of old gum, in their pockets, just for this purpose, so that they can get a bite impression if there's a suspect. So they simply, take two pieces, insert it in the mouth. The suspect will bite, and then they'll take that in as evidence. So an easy way to get a mold. And finally, eye prints, retinal patterns. These are actually the blood vessels of the eye that are going on here. These are 100% unique to an individual. They will remain unchanged, with the exception of some trauma. So if you undergo eye trauma, this will change. But these are not really used at crime scenes, because typically if there's an eyeball left at the crime scene, it's relatively easy to figure out who that eyeball belonged to. You look for the guy that's constantly winking at you. So, anyway, so that's the last one, is eye prints, and those are going to use mainly for security purposes. All right, that's it for that. One more to go.